So before I do what I was going to do, I'm going to select this, hold the Option key, and make a copy of it. So now I just have my blended lines, my shape lines, and now what I'm going to do is select all of this and go to my Pathfinder and combine or unite, sorry. So I'm going to click on that, and what that does is now when I zoom in, instead of separate shapes, it's all one shape. But because I had this separation, what I'm going to do now is grab the direct selection tool, click on that shape, and delete the inside shape. So if I go here, I'm going to delete these because I want to put a gradation in here. Okay, so now I have, I can fill this with any color I want. So now, let me zoom out, or zoom back in, sorry. So now to put a gradation in here, I'm going to go to Window, find my gradients, which is here, and I'm going to click on that. And right now I have a black to white gradient. If I go over to the gradient tool, click on that, it's showing white to black. So I'm just going to go in one direction. Actually, I'll go the other way. I don't know if it really matters. But that's my gradation from white to black. And this is showing my colors. So if I want to change the gradient colors, I like to go to my swatches. You have this pale green. I'm going to click and drag that over there. So now it's green to black. So I'm going to select this and go purple, click and drag from there. So I'm clicking and holding the mouse and dragging up here. Now to add another button, I'm going to click there and take my cyan color and click and drag and drop that in there. So right now I have a linear blend. So if you're happy with that, what I can do is take this, hold the Option key, and drag that over. And this is still separate on this copy that I made, because remember I made a copy before I combined it. I can grab just this shape. Actually, let me ungroup this first. Ungroup these. And I'll grab just this top shape. And what I can do with the top shape is add a stroke weight on there and make that a little bit heavier. So let me find my stroke. Where is it at? Window. Things disappear all the time. Stroke. Because in your drawing, you had this line much heavier. So you can play with that. I'm going to hide that rule. That's kind of what it looked like, right? Now, if you wanted, I think this is fine, but I don't know if you want your gradient to curve. So let me, of course I ungroup. So let me just click on, see if I can click on the background. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to move this again over here. Actually, I'm going to make a copy so you can compare. If I wanted this to curve, what I can do is do a gradient mesh. So I'm going to grab the mesh tool, and I think along these sides, I'm not doing anything right now, but along these sides I can add a point. So maybe I'll add a point here. Is it there? Okay, there we go. That's what I was trying to do. Let's see, this is creating a bell shape that way. But I also want to add a gradient. It's a little bit high. There we go. Down there. You just kind of have to play with it. I'm Command Z when yeah, that's a little bit lower. Command Z, let me go even more. Okay, so that looks good to me. So right now, all of these points are filled with black. What I want to do is take the direct selection tool. While this is not selected, I'm going to click and drag the bottom up. And I also want to grab these 2 points. So I'm holding the Shift key while I select those two. And click on the green. So all of these points now have a green fill. And you get this little gradation here. So if I do the same thing from the top down, click here. I'm just grabbing all of those points and make those purple. Let's see, it'll show me where I missed. There you go. And if you miss a point, you'll see it. It'll look weird. So I'm going to go in here for 1 point at a time just to show you. Grab that one. And what that's doing is that point is filling with that color and then feathering out. So you can play around with this. But if that's kind of the look that you're going for, now I'm going to regroup this now that my stroke weight. So Object Group. So now when I select this, it's all one group. So I can say, do I like this? Click and hold the Option key and make a copy. Or do I like this? This follows more of the curve. Again, you can play with it, but I think that's it.